Alrighty, boys and girls, welcome to what's known as the Green Hell. We're just setting up our car here right now. I really should save this so I don't have to do this every time. Let's see here. We want to come up a little bit. I'm not sure exactly. I'm going to play with this to get it right. Anyways, okay, so on May 3rd, 4th, and 5th, there is going to be a 24-hour race, team race. And currently I'm in a practice session with Club Canada, as I'm part of Club Canada. And you can see there's already some people out on the track. Two classes. This is the pinkies are the Mazdas. Little Mazda MX-5s. I just couldn't handle doing this track with the MX-5s. And then you got the GT3 cars. So the idea is to practice, work on setups, get things going, get used to the track. We are currently, does it show here? 7:35 sim time. In the evening. This again is going to be a 24-hour race, so we are practicing going into the late evening hours to help get used to the track. And I thought it'd be fun to take you guys around the track to show you this track. This is a very long track, 16.12 miles, 170 turns, and hopefully I can do this without crashing. We're going to do it in our Mercedes GT3. I was doing the BMW earlier, so I'm tossed. I don't know if I want to do the BMW or the Mercedes. It takes me approximately just under 9 minutes to get around this whole thing. That is slow, so this is why I need practice. So we're going to go ahead and do this. So you guys can hang out with me while we're going to do 2 laps.
You got about 5 laps.
In this video. Oops, I didn't change my fuel. Let's go back in here. Let's go to chassis. I do want to go with race fuel. Currently we are just on a small amount of fuel, so we're going to put the max fuel in. We may have to change our ride height here, 31.7 gallons, which we do. Let's go up 1 click, 2 clicks maybe. There we go, 2 clicks, and we're good on the spring height. Apply, so now we're legal. Alright, so we got our... Oh, let's go back in the garage and check our wing. Let's get this all set up properly here. So with low friction, I want medium. ABS is at its max. 11 has the most support. Setting 12 is off. So let's go. We'll go 11 for the ABS. We're going to go 55.2 for the brake pressure. Our wing. Ooh, we got a very low wing angle. So I definitely want more wing. I don't think I changed this last time. Most downforce. Let's go 7. I don't know that it's going to be enough wing for me. But let's see how this goes. I had it set up on 1 before. We could try it again back on 1 and slowly work our way up. But for the purpose of this, I don't want to crash, so we're not going to go full out. You guys ready? This is a long track, guys. And the scenery is awesome. You're going to find out why they call it the Green Hell here in a moment. So I apologize if the engine noise is a little loud over my voice. You guys sit back and relax. Enjoy this. So the first part of this track is on the Grand Prix circuit. Before we head out onto the mountain. And yes, I do have my racing line up just to help me because help get familiarized with the track. Took that a little wide, but doesn't matter. We're not on a timed run right now anyways. boys and girls, here we go. We're heading out onto the mountain. This is the Green Hell. I apologize if I don't do a lot of talking. I gotta concentrate. It's one of the little Mazdas.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
And that's what we're going to have to deal with in real race time. Once it does come to race day. Slower traffic. Depends how many teams there are for the Mazdas. I'm sure there'll be enough. I know Club Canada is going to have a couple in there. Small carousel. Climbing the long uphill climb. The first big carousel. And yes, this is a real racetrack in Germany. plus miles an hour here. Oop, cut a little bit of grass there. Gotta watch it, you don't get too close to the edge. Carousel number 3. Small carousel. Here we go to the home stretch. This is the big back straightaway. Should reach speeds of almost 170 miles an hour. I think we should top out 160 plus here. See what we get to. Yeah, I gotta lower that wing. We're not getting enough out of this. Should be getting around 168, 167. Coming into the final curves here. On the home stretch and the finish line. This was one complete lap, and we are starting our first time lap. I always screw up on this corner, so I got to be careful here. I lose a lot of time here because I always manage to screw up. So that was one complete lap, guys. That is a long track. Now you know why it's called the Green Hill. And that is its nickname in real life. Too wide. Bad corner. Another one I tend to screw up. Quick left, quick right, and then out onto the mountain. And back at it again. Try not to get too dizzy. carousel, baby carousel. Up there on the apex quite badly. This is actually in real life quite a steep up climb. Carousel number 2, the big carousel. You don't want to ride the center of that, so if you get caught up on the ridge like I just did, you've got to pull out of it. Otherwise the car will get hung up on it. See somebody drive this really well, just look up Nicky Tim. He races this track in real life. But he is also on iRacing. Small carousel, number 3. We're going the home stretch, the big stretch. Not really the home stretch, but it's just the back straightaway. Can open it up pretty good. We're not doing good time at all. Definitely going to have to improve this, but it's going to take some practice. We got a month to do it. We're just under a month. There'll be lots of practice on this. So I wasn't sure if the Mercedes would be quicker. I'm running about the same time as the Beamer. Matter of fact, a couple of seconds slower, I think. No,
8 minutes 56.997.
Yeah, 2 seconds slower. Hey, so let's take a look at this in replay mode here. You guys can get an idea. You guys get an idea of what this track looks like from third person here. This is a corner I hate. I hate this corner. Take away the driving line so you can see it without the driving line. I lose a lot of time on this section just because I'm really not good at the Grand Prix section. I'm gonna have to, this is where I need a lot of my practice, is on these curves, corners and whatnot here. I lost a lot of time right there. At least 2-3 seconds. Another one I lose a lot of time on is the next big apex coming up. I don't need to slow down as much as I do. I just need to take the apex a little better. And then there's that little left-right. I guarantee you I'm losing 2 to 3 seconds on that one. If not more, with how much I slow down. But I like to err on the side of caution. Now you gotta remember, we're gonna be doing this as a team race. So each stint is gonna be approximately an hour long, which would be basically one full tank of fuel.
Jeez. I've crossed like 3 times, I'm not even a quarter of the way around.
So look at this, we got Jesse's doing an 8:24, so that just goes to show you I am way off. 8:57 for Darrow, yep. All that graffiti you're seeing on the track is there in real life. Now they did repave a section of the Nurburgring this past winter. And trust me, we are moving along here. 140 miles an hour in that stretch. But we do got to change our wing setting. We got to lower it down. We'll keep lowering it until we start feeling that ass end going out on us. And then we'll have a good wing setting. For me, at any rate. Again, I don't know now. I'm running roughly the same times almost as the Beamer. Beamer might be a little bit more stable. It's hard to say, but the Beamer does not like the curbs. Whereas the Mercedes a little bit more forgiving once if you rub the curbs. The Beamer, not as much so. So I'm a little tossed as to which one I'm going to do. See, slowed down way too much for that corner. Lost a few seconds there for sure. So there's a good number of spots where I can shave it off. But again, the only thing that's going to help that is practice. I have not really been on this track since before my G27 crapped out. And even then it had been a while. The last time we really did this track, where we did fairly decent, was the VRS team series that we did, probably over a year ago now, where I did with a few of the guys from the group, Doc and Gary, and Steve Coubet was on the team. So it was pretty much the 4 of us that were on the team. Steve was only able to race every second weekend, if I remember correctly. See, I lost too much there too on the carousel. And we did quite well on this one, given it was our first season doing it. But anyway, so this is the green hell, man. So it's going to take lots of practice time to get this shaved down. Now we are going to run the drive racing line, whatever you want to call it, for a little while till we get 100% comfortable with the track and all the different corners. As you saw, there's 170 turns on this track. Once we get a fairly comfortable with it. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks we'll be comfortable enough that I'm going to pull the drive racing line off, because I don't know if in the actual race when it comes time that they will allow that. They may not. If they don't, I want to be able to drive this without the drive racing line up. Again, we're coming into evening hours. It's 8:02 sim time, and that's why we're doing the practice in the late evening hours, so we have the low light. And we will be doing practices where it will be actually in the dark. See, I screwed that up. I guarantee you I've lost 4 to 5 seconds on the big carousel. Because I'm slowing way down for the carousels, and definitely hurts you. And then once you hit it, if you hit it wrong, like I did on that one, it's going to be interesting once we do start racing it at night, and we get into that portion of it. Now there's two races that are going to be happening. One's going to start Friday night at 9 p.m. on the 3rd, and go until 9 p.m. Saturday night, the 4th, and then the next one will be starting 9 a.m. Saturday morning and going until 9 a.m. Sunday morning, the 5th. I'm not sure, depends on what team I end up being on, as to which one we're going to do. But I will probably live stream it. For my portions of it, at any rate. Each driver will have to do several stints. Like I said, each stint will be about an hour long. It's another thing I'm going to have to start practicing is driving for an hour on here. Some of these corners are tense when you're in the car. There's a small carousel. This one I could definitely improve on too. I didn't do too bad on it, but I definitely could improve on it. We're coming out to the big stretch. Again, I gotta lower that wing so we can get more miles per hour here. I should be getting 167, 168 miles per hour along here. I mean, that does make up a difference. That'll make up a few seconds right there, because we're topping out at 165, 166, basically 165. Downhill portion, it'll go up. There's a little downhill portion here, but it's really small. But we need to be getting up to about 168 miles an hour on that stretch. Definitely going to have to lower the wing down. I got to take this stretch a little bit better too. Alrighty, that's going to wrap it up. I got to get into the team room for Club Canada and see what's going on in there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We'll catch you later, taters.